Age-defying athletes will compete in the Senior Games this spring. Tracy Davis of the MidCarolina Council of Governments tells us about this competition that brings together people age 50 or older for friendship, fun, and fitness.
Well, I'm here to talk about the Senior Games today, and the MidCarolina Senior Games is our local game. There are 53 local games that make up North Carolina Senior Games, and we are one of the larger senior games in the state. And our games this year are scheduled for April 15th through May 4th, and registration's going on right now, so you can get involved. A little bit of history on the Senior Games. In 1984, the North Carolina Senior Games started wanting to make an health promotion program for senior adults. And they developed local programs which have now grown to 53 local games across the state. The local games are held in the spring each year, and the qualifiers in each age group, the medal winners are the ones that qualify, and they go to the North Carolina Senior Games in the fall each year, and those games are held in Raleigh. The different levels is we do have, like I said, there are the local level, and generally we have about 500 participants at our local game. And then the qualifiers do go to the North Carolina Senior Games in the fall, and there's usually about 3,000 participants from all over the state that participate at the North Carolina Senior Games. And every other year at state finals is a national qualifying year for the National Senior Olympics, and they're held the odd years all around the nation. MidCarolina covers Cumberland, Harnett, and Sampson counties, and the age is age 50 and older, and we do have men's and women's divisions, and the age groups are in 5-year increments, so you would be in the 50 to 54 age group, or the 50 to 55 to 59 age group, all the way up to age 100 and plus, 100 plus, and we have had some participants. Our oldest participant has been 101. There are, in the MidCarolina Senior Games and the state finals as well, there's 29 different sporting events that include track and field events, basketball shooting, we have billiards, table tennis. One of the newer events is pickleball. A lot of people really seem to enjoy the pickleball competition, and it's new to our local games and to state finals as well. It's only been available for a couple of years now, but it is one of the growing sports. I did want to mention some of the sponsors for our local games. Our gold sponsors this year are Humana and Life at St. Joseph's in the Pines. And we do have some silver sponsors that include Autumn Care of Fayetteville, Carolina Specialties International, or CSI, J.D. Fuller Recreational Athletic Complex, Senior Helpers, Liberty Healthcare, and participants David and Trula Gray. So we really appreciate sponsorships, and if there are other agencies out there that would like to get involved and sponsor senior games, we would certainly welcome them to come on board. We also have an ambassador program, which is participants who have been in the local games for a long time and are very involved at the local level and most often at the state level as well. And these are kind of our star athletes who've been involved in a long time, and they are actually trained to help us promote the local games in Cumberland, Harnett, and Sampson counties. And they do a tremendous job in helping us to recruit participants from the local areas. This year, our torchbearer is actually one of our ambassadors, and he is Pat Jones, and he's from Sampson County. He was a teacher and coach before he retired, and he is actually coaches one of our women's basketball teams, the Hoopers, and the Hoopers have actually been to National Senior Olympics several times, and they are actually a 2-time gold medal winner at the national level, so we're very proud of Pat Jones and the Hoopers basketball team. The benefits that seniors get from participating in senior games are the friendships that they're able to develop, just the social aspect of being a participant in senior games, the fun that senior games is for people of all ages, not just the participants, but for the volunteers and spectators as well. And of course, we can't leave out the fitness. That is what Senior Games is all about, is trying to make sure that our senior adults live healthy, active lives. And you know, people think about Senior Games and they think about the athletic capabilities, but Senior Games also has a component called the Silver Arts. So we don't just outreach to our athletes, we also want to get our artists involved. And the Silver Arts have several different categories. We do have the visual arts that include paintings and drawing, sculpture. We have literary arts that include poems, short stories, life experiences, essays. And then we have the heritage arts, which include many of the needlework, weaving, woodworking, quilting, sewing, lots of different things that our older adults grew up learning how to do, so they can get involved in the heritage arts. And then the final one's the performing arts, so that includes all of our dancers and our singers and anybody that plays an instrument. We have some folks that even do poetry readings or drama skits. So the Silver Arts is a lot of fun. And we would like to welcome our athletes and our artists to come out and get involved in the Mid-Carolina Senior Games. Again, the registration is ongoing right now. You can register until March 27th. And there is a small registration fee of $11. And we are an open game, so if you're not a Cumberland, Harnett, or Sampson County resident but want to compete with us, you can pay $15 registration fee and come play with Mid-Carolina Senior Games. If you would like to register for the Mid-Carolina Senior Games, you can go to the MidCarolina Council of Governments website. There is a link there to our entry form. You can contact our office at 910-323-4191 to have a registration form mailed to you, or you can certainly come by our office. We're at the Historic Courthouse at 130 Gillespie Street, and we're up on the 3rd floor. Just look for the door that says Aging.